Hello and welcome to a Christmas special Painless Universal show. Today I'll be talking to Kemi. Kemi is a mother. She's a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur. And she's very caring as well. She's someone who took the time out of her busy schedule to think about Christmas. As you know, the season of Christmas is all about giving back. We'll be talking about why is it so important that during this season, people take time out of their busy schedule to give, to think about others who don't have much. Kemi is organizing a 24-hour DJ session. This is to raise money for two special charities she's picked. The DJs, as you know, have not been working very much since the lockdown began. Christmas is going to be a very hard time for many. Many are contemplating, do we buy a present or do we put food on our kids' table? We know how special Christmas is for children. Kemi will be telling us what she's doing to help families who are going to go through a difficult time this year. With the redundancy, job losses at its highest it's ever been in a long time. On December 11th, Talk and Vibe will be hosting a DJ's play for 24 hours to raise funds for two special charities, Lola Foundation and Life Changes Organization, for families during this Christmas season. All funds will be food hamper distributed to family in December. Especially the Black community, they're so scared to talk about, finding it difficult, or there's a lot of stigma associated to losing your job. I'm telling you and urging everyone to not feel the shame and not feel the embarrassment. If you need help, go out and seek help. This is a special episode for Painless Universal. We'll be talking about the importance of Christmas. And I'm so glad Kemi will be telling us what she's doing in her own capacity to help families. Meet Kemi. Oh, hello, Kemi, and welcome to Painless Universal, a very special one. We're doing the Christmas special, and I'm absolutely, delighted that you are, you've agreed to join me because of the special thing you're organizing for kids during Christmas. I mean, families more like during Christmas. And I wanted to talk to you about it and see how other people could get involved in this work you're doing, because I think it's not just for Christmas, but it's also longevity. So even if this is a success today, what else next? So I think I won't start by who you are, because anyone who doesn't know who my Kemi is, she just go on one of my seasons. She was in season 1 and she did a very good show about, everything Kemi. But today's episode is really focusing on the Christmas side. How are you today, Kemi?
I'm fine. All the better now it's December.
I know it's been I think it's been one hell of interesting years. One of those years that either you will learn from it or either it will really make it. I don't know. It's that for me. I just think it's that two side of the year, and it's an individual. Depends how you want to take it.
Yes.
I saw the special thing you're doing for kids and families for Christmas. Why did you decide to take this on?
Now, as you guys all know, it's basically because I've seen a lot of people go into furlough, from furlough to redundancy, and some of these families and some of these people do have children. And, every day or every other day, I used to get a phone call saying to me, Kemi, I need to speak to you. And I'm like, okay, because I'm that kind of person. And they were like, I don't know how I'm going to explain to my children what Christmas is going to be like this year, because I've just lost my job. I've just lost, any kind of extra benefits I get from, maybe doing events or anything like that. So there was no extra income coming in. And people don't even know what to look forward to 2021, because here we are, we're coming to the end of the year. We've always had this fashion of, having family around, spend a day together, eat together, and exchange, even if it's a little gift. But this year, a lot of people have said they can't even afford to give gifts. Not even to go to, even if they're doing a Secret Santa, it's not been, available, and I've just felt, what can we do to make sure that nobody goes hungry and nobody has to worry for that day? And while I was doing a radio show, an inspiration came to me. And I thought, all the DJs have been out of work since lockdown, okay? People losing jobs, everything. What can we do to lighten people's mood as well as generate income for families so that we can distribute before Christmas? So on Christmas Day, it's one less worry. And this DJ challenge came into play. So the 24-hour DJ challenge for Christmas food boxes or hampers to these families on Christmas Day.
Wow. That is an amazing thing you're doing because you're absolutely right. This year it's been a really, really difficult year for so many people. And I've had so many people myself has come to me and said, oh, we've just lost our jobs. We don't know we have to decide, do we get presents or do we buy food for for the kids? And if you go to the supermarket, you'll notice a very, very interesting thing. The food price has gone up massively and presence as well has gone up massively. So a lot of the things the kids are dependent on for this Christmas are very high in price. And all of these parents don't know what to do and they're panicking. Before you get into your challenge, what are your thoughts on how we around can help apart from the challenge you're doing? How can people help these people going through difficult time right now?
Now, Christmas, what is the meaning of Christmas? First and foremost, is where I'm going to start, because Christmas for me, like I said, is not so much about the gifts. It's the fact that we can spend time, because all through the year, on a normal year, everyone's busy. You don't get to see your family and everything. And the children all come together, cousins, extended family. And I thought, wow, if you define what Christmas is all about, then it will make you understand why people are panicking, because here we are, we're in this pandemic, rule of six in some places, you haven't seen your family since March, and the one day that you want to come together, how disheartening would it be that you can't even provide the main essential, which is the food? Because that's what brings family together. The caring and sharing is the food.
That's very true. It's true. I mean, forget that. It's all about the food. So I've used it on my kids. I said to them, you just have to be grateful what you see on the table this Christmas because many families will not be having this. I've also tried to limit as much as they have. My son didn't even write a list for me because he's 11. He understands the process of Santa and he understands what Christmas is all about. And he said to me, Mom, I really want to do whatever I can to help wherever I can. Where can we go and help out? I said to him, Kemi is doing something amazing. It's something you might want to get involved with and see how you could contribute in your own little way. And I think it's that little thing. And he said, oh, Mom, okay, how much can I charge you for that so I can make that as my own contribution towards this? And I'm like, that was absolutely great that he's thinking that way. And I think those who are able to should also think about, because it doesn't take too much to help. That is just about making that commitment and knowing that other people do not have anything and see what you can do. Could you tell us about your chat 24 hours DJ and where the money would be going to, the money raised would be going to?
Okay, so after careful consideration, we kind of decided on two charities because we wanted to kind of cater for both sides of London. So we went for Lulu's Foundation. She's been feeding the homeless for 14 years, where she goes to Trafalgar Square and Marble Arch and feeds the homeless. And funny enough, being the month of December, she's born in December. So it's literally an honor to her to say, thank you for all the good work, but I know you want to do more. And that's why she was very grateful that we approached her. So Lulu's Foundation. The next one is Life Changes Foundation. They do the same thing. So during the pandemic, they were giving out hampers, food care, even toiletries and stuff like that. And I thought, you know what? We need those two charities so we can actually get to more families, because guess what? In as much as people are having children in 2020, which is a memorable year,
Mm.
the rest of them have older children. And like I said, you know, parents, we're parents, would rather feed our children than feed ourselves, you know, and that's pretty much it. And Life Changers Foundation have been doing this for a very long time as well. So I thought, you know what? These are the best people that we can, you know, create this challenge for them. Like I said, giving the medium for DJs, obviously all these DJs are taking their time and effort as well. They're not, you know, asking for any money. They're doing it because they're interested in making sure that no family goes hungry for Christmas and beyond, you know. So like you said, once this project, you know, we finish it, there's many more. There's really many more, because like I said, when you have family and you've got children yourself, you know the necessities that are needed just to make sure that Christmas and beyond goes smoothly without the concerns.
That is really amazing. I think, yeah, the legacy of carrying on is something I'm really keen on, because I think we do things for Christmas and it's a special time, it's a special memories, but people forget that those kids that were hungry, not just because it was Christmas, but they're hungry all the time and they need to be fed. So it's very important that whatever we do, whatever we think about, we see about how do we keep this going and keep these kids fed, well fed. So, anyone looking to support you, how do we get out there to support you on that day? And when actually is the event taking place?
Okay, so the event will take place from the 10th, well, 11th of December at 10 p.m. It kicks off, and we'll be streaming it live through Twitch, which is a Talk and Vibe Twitch, because Talk and Vibe will be hosting the event. So it'll be myself and DJ Tony T. And then we've got three sponsors who will be supporting us, which will be For Us By Us organization. We've got Double Nine Radio, and we've also got Meat to You Fresh, who are supporting on the day. Now, like I said, we've got everybody coming on board. We'll be at a studio, which is Tribe Urban Studio, but because it's a Talk and Vibe event, it will be mainly that. And it will be continuous music being played, different genres, and just everyone just start clicking the button. If you go onto the Talk and Vibe page, you will actually see on the bio the link to the GoFundMe page, and then more info on the Twitch will be announced on the day. So literally, if anyone's on Twitch, I'm sure the gamers, people who have children who are in the gaming field, they would know what Twitch is. If they search Talk and Vibe, add them, and we kick off at 10 p.m. Now, families, I will say to you, don't restrict your children from staying up late on that day, because it is something positive. They need to see what we're doing for many families, because although we might not be going through it, there's so many people going through a lot of stuff, and the very little that you can give, minimum from anything to anything, every little bit counts, because I'm not the one that's going to say, donate this. No, whatever comes from your heart, no matter how little it is, it goes a long, long way. And once every donation is done, we're still going to keep the donation going for another 10 days after the event. So please feel free, even if you can't donate on the day, share to as many people, and make sure we get this, you know, the more families that are not going to go hungry. It's very important. Very, very.
I really agree. We will be sharing it on Painless Universal platform and across the across many people that we have access to, because we just feel this is an amazing thing. And we will be airing this on the 20th of December, which is before, which is after the event, but we'll be sharing the um, the whole link of the event, and we'll have posters so people who can support it and look forward to watching it. And and we are, and I'm really glad you chose those two charity. And would there be any feedback from the charities on how well things has done and everything?
That's where I was going to go to, and I'm happy you've asked that question, because what we've done is whatever monies that we raise, we're going to split the money equally to the two charities. And because I'm one of the main brains behind this, I would have to represent. So once we split the money, we would actually go selected day, and this is all before Christmas, by the way. We'll go on a selected day, go with the Lulu's Foundation, make sure we're distributing, recording everything so that people can see where their money is going. And just the joy that you see that people are kind of happy that this has happened, that someone's actually considered them, because I think everyone's lost the plot when it comes to considering who matters right now. And then we'll pick another day for Life Changers Foundation, and we'll go and distribute. Even if it's the whole day, we'll stay there, but all the recordings will be there. Also, with the recording of the DJ challenge, we would record it and still get it live, because we still need to get people in that spirit, in that motion, especially if they're going to be donating after the actual event. And like I said, all the links will still be there, especially the GoFundMe. So please, people, do. And let's support Lulu's Foundation and Life Changers for the fantastic work that they've put in over the years and now about to take it to the next level.
That's amazing. Finally, what's your hope for kids and families going through a difficult time this Christmas? What would be your hope?
Major thing, especially within our communities, we find that there's a stigma when people are asking for help. Please, for those who need help, say you need help, because you never know how far that help will go. Okay, never feel as if you're too big, you've never been in this position before. It doesn't matter, because the people who care and show love, you will realize that they have been looking for someone to actually come to them to ask for help. So please, please, please reach out, because it helps your mental state, it helps the stress, and it also helps any kind of, emotions that you might be going through at this period. So my major thing is, where there's hope, please just seek for help. It's very important. Don't let any child go without this Christmas and beyond. Trust me, it's worth it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kemi. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a
You
Happy New
too.
Year. And I wish you all the success with everything. And we'll be hoping to get feedback from some of the work you've done and events when you go distribute the funds, and probably see the smile on the family's face. That would be really amazing. Thank you so much for your
Absolutely.
time.
And don't forget, guys, Christmas is all about giving. We give, we share. I know we've been a turbulent time in 2020. We've not been able to hug. We've not been able to, do the usual things. But please, let's come together, because what's that saying? United we stand.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a lovely Christmas.
Bye.